This is Ray's Engines. Welcome back to my channel. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. What we're doing, this is the second part for the Turbo LS engine that I'm building. This is a 4.8 with about 20 pounds of boost. This will make a little bit over 1200 horsepower, about 1225, I believe that's what it was, on stock parts. So this is part 2 of a budget build 4.8 turbo LS engine. So right now, if you look at my first video, I decided not to gap the rings or anything. So I decided I wanted to put at least 20 pounds of boost on stock parts. This is a stock rod, stock pistons, stock rings. I mean, they're brand new rings, brand new bearings, stock bolts. And I also learned that these bolts will handle 20 pounds of boost. It's the rod that gives out at 26 pounds of boost. I believe it was 1500 horsepower where the rod ended up breaking. So if you're gonna make over 1500 horsepower, if you're gonna make 1500 horsepower, I recommend getting H-beam rods, different crankshaft, and so on. But I decided to go ahead and gap the rings. So this is number 2, the second ring, and then the top ring. What you decide is how you're gonna measure it is you're gonna measure each bore, and you're going to put your piston ring in each bore, whatever it's going to go. Say, for instance, this is number 2. Piston number 2, I already marked it. You're going to use this, and piston number 2 is, if you walk with me, we're going to go to number 2. This is 2, 4, 6, 8. You're going to put the ring in here, just like that, and we're going to square the ring up. So I'm going to use a piston just to square up the ring. And on this one, you can use your used piston and you square it up until it flans out, and you see your oil ring's going to stop it from going any further. So then you're just going to check your gap, and of course that doesn't go in, so I need to file fit my ring. And the reason, if you didn't watch my other video, what's going to happen is going to heat up, and this ring is going to butt together, and the minute it gets together like that, if there's not enough gap, it will snap that ring, which will snap the piston. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the gap on this ring. That way it stays open. Even when the heat's going to push the ring in, and there'll still be enough gap so the ring doesn't butt and start and break. So depending on how much boost you're going to run, I plan on running 20 pounds of boost on this one because I do want to make 1200 horsepower. So we did that. Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to file fit the ring. This is a manual file. You can get an electric one, but depending how often you do this, very few engines I do this for, depending if it's boost, nitrous, supercharger, blower, depending on what the customer wants. So on this one, you just want to make sure the ring is flat on the bottom, and you want to make sure it's square because you don't want to file this way in an angle. You want to file it straight across. So you just put up against that, and this is not going to take very much. That should do it right there. And what you're going to do is you're going to get your file. You're going to file the corners, the edges of it, because you don't want this to scratch the cylinder. So it's just a small portion of it, just like that. So there's no edges or any marks that's going to scratch the cylinder. And if you notice, I'm going in towards the ring because this is how you're supposed to file the rings, not the other way. So that's that, and I'll just clean this up. We'll put this back in there so you can see how it fits. I'll take my piston, take my ring, and of course this ring has a dot that goes up, so that's the part that you want it to go up. Square it up in there. And then check it with the feeler gauge. See, there it is. And this is 22 thousandths. That's the gap I'm using. So once you get that in there, you can even do it this way, or you can just put your feeler gauge in there. So you got 22,000 gaps in there. That is enough for the amount of boost I'm going to run. If I want to run 15 pounds of boost, that's fine. If I want to run 20, that's fine. So this will work. There's another video up there of me putting how to install piston rings. You can go up there through my videos and look at that part. I'm not going to show you how to do that. I just wanted to show you what I'm doing here. And all I'm doing is gapping the rings. And I'm going to use the same bolts. I'm going to use the same pistons, just new rings, new rod bearings, new main bearings. And I'll do another video assembling this one because it does take angle instead of torque. The first part is torque, and then it takes angle to do the bolts. So I just wanted to show you what this one's going to be. This will be a 1200 horsepower 4.8 LS engine. So yes, a 4.8, very small engine, but yes, it'll still make over 1,000 horsepower. So hopefully this did help you, and I'll show you how this works. Hopefully you did get something out of it. Again, if you're not a subscriber, go and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the third part, and we'll continue this build until we get to the turbos on it, and until I get to fire it up and you get to hear it run. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.